After semi-final weekend, the verdict is in. G'day everyone, Matt Thompson alongside Match Review Panel Chairman Mark Fraser. Well, the main headline from the MRP is Paul Chapman out of the preliminary final, offered a two-match ban down to one for his bump on Port Adelaide's Robbie Gray. It's been adjudged reckless, low impact and high contact, as you can see there. As I said, 2 down to 1 with an early plea. Mark.
Yeah, well, obviously it's a reportable offence when bumping an opponent if you get them in the head or the neck, and with this situation Chapman goes through there, the ball's kicked and jumps up into the air. We believe that by jumping up into the air that makes it a reckless act. He should know that by jumping in the air he has the sort of chance to have a reportable offence occur by doing that. The medical came back clear and he gets up and takes his kick, so low impact, but we believe it's a reckless low and high.
Yeah, so just to clarify, that moment you leave your feet, that's where you're more likely to be judged reckless.
Yeah, more likely to be judged reckless with those sort of incidents, because we think that you should know by jumping up into the air like that, yeah, when bumping like that, a shoulder can contact the head.
Yeah, and that's the key as to why it is 2 down to 1 as opposed to 1 down to reprimand.
Yeah, obviously with the one last week, a few weeks ago with Franklin, and the one coming up with the Richards, they're negligent because they're trying to do a legitimate bump but just deliver it incorrectly.
All right, well, let's talk about Ted Richards. He can escape with a reprimand for his bump on Levi Casbolt. Negligent, low impact and high contact.
Yeah, this one, once again, rough conduct here. Richards kicks the ball, follows it up and then tries to shepherd for his teammate there in white, but delivers the bump poorly. So it's up to him to deliver a legal bump. He doesn't do that. He makes high contact, which is contact to the head or neck. And once again, we believe that's low impact. Casbolt gets up, medical is clear, but unfortunately for Richards, still a reportable offence.
Because a lot of people have been comparing that Richards one to the Lance Franklin one. In fact, I'm comparing the Chapman one to it as well. The impact in this case was not as severe in your view?
No, from looking at that, you see that they look fairly similar, but the medical came back clear on this one. Medical on the Franklin one did not come back clear, so we had to grade that one higher. Yeah,
and that's where the impact question comes in. That's what it's all about. The medical report often determines the impact.
Yeah, it aids in our determination of the impact, most definitely.
All right, one other item to look at. This was Port Adelaide's Matthew Broadbent. Looked at amid tunnelling allegations. He has been cleared, though.
Yeah, with this one, you see that occurs. When you see the other footage, though, both of them are going up for the mark. Broadbent has his eyes on the football as he's going up for the mark, and Johnson has jumped early and obviously gets pushed under the ball, but we didn't think that was a reportable offence. Not unnecessary or unreasonable. He's going for the football too.
All right, Mark, we don't know if this is going to be our last episode of The Verdict for the year, because we really don't know if there's going to be any incidents next week or the week after, with just 3 games to go. But my question for you before we finish up today is, are you going to be back next year?
Yeah, not sure at this stage. Obviously, there's a review that happens with the MRP at the end of the year, and they'll decide whether we continue on or not, and obviously whether the way that the tribunal and the MRP runs, they're going to review that as well, as they do sort of every season. So we don't know. Hopefully, yes, but we'll see.
I guess the difference is that Mark Evans is in charge. He's the new football operations manager, and obviously he might come in with maybe some new ideas, perhaps, but nevertheless, it's really in his court, isn't it? It's in his domain.
Oh yes, and he's will be conducting a review of how things have been running and whether he wants to change anything, and then we'll see what happens from there.
All right, really appreciate it. We may or may not see you next week.
Thanks, mate.
Mark Fraser with us, the chairman of the MRP. Full text report, of course, on all of the incidents looked at this week here online for you. For now, I'm Matt Thompson. Catch you soon.